The curse of La Llorona follows a family that is being haunted by the ghost of a woman who drowns children and is based off a Mexican folktale used to scare kids. It's in the same universe as the Conjuring films, and even though James Wan is not directing this time, it lists him as a producer and you can see some of his influence. So basically, expect The Conjuring with brown people. Latinos tend to be supportive of anything that will give them a nice excuse to be proud of their heritage. They're also suckers for tradition, so anything relating to religion or mysticism or folktales will instantly get their attention. So rest assured, once the homies saw brown faces in a movie about the Mexican boogeyman, there were so many Latinos in my theater, you would have thought they were giving away citizenship. Me, I tend to be immune to that sort of thing, and I think it's because I'm so Americanized.
Larry, what the hell are you doing?
Larry!
Larry, you can't just... Oh,
Larry! Oh, are you alright? How did...
Larry!
This film feels cheap, from the effects to the location, and is too safe in many ways. For example, why even have an R rating if you're going to be so soft and not really take advantage of it, and take any risks? The formula is so predictable and it's really disappointing to watch someone get thrown across a room and not feel an ounce of tension, because you know they're probably going to be alright. This type of film is all about spectacle without consequences. Straight up, I have never been a big fan of this type of horror where essentially you have a bunch of visually spooky stuff happening in a house that ultimately amounts to nothing but lots of boredom, as every scene you watch is a character waiting or slowly creeping around until the next inevitable jump scare. If you like the Conjuring style horror, then you'll probably like La Llorona at least somewhat because it's more of the same. However, that's also its weakness. You've probably already seen this film 100 times before. Oh gee, I sure do wonder what's going to happen when that mirror swings back into our view. Lame. There's just so much lameness in this film. For example, the characters at times are frustratingly and unforgivably stupid, even for a horror movie. I promise there will be at least a couple of times that will puzzle you at how stupid these people are, and it even made at least a couple people in my theater laugh out loud. Most of the actors were fine, even the kids. I like Raymond Cruz regardless because he has proven himself to be a formidable presence on screen in the past as Tuco Salamanca on Breaking Bad, but in this film they just don't give him much to work with. The Curse of La Llorona was really disappointing because he had the potential to be a really interesting film in an exotic locale, but it settled for mediocrity stuck in some house in Cali, and for what I believe to be obvious pandering to cash in on the Latino community without the commitment to actually try to make the film good. I mean, I really don't care the lead actress isn't Mexican, but she couldn't even pronounce La Llorona correctly. Such an obvious misstep leads me to believe this wasn't made with as much passion as it could have been. I give it 4 dogs taking a crap in your yard out of 10. Wake me up when they make a horror movie about La Chancla. Now that'll really scare the shit out of Mexican kids.